been waiting on it, you guys, and it looks like it's here. Continuous ketone monitoring is now available. The technology is in development in research circles, and I've got a study of the very first paper that was written using a continuous ketone monitor. So this is Jimmy Makes Science Simple, but it's a brand new segment called Jimmy Makes Science Simple Short, because I only have the abstract to this study, and so I wanted to bring it to you first here on my show. And as always with Jimmy Makes Science Simple, we will give you the name of the journal, the name of the paper, the date it came out, and then the details from the study. So this was published in the April 9th, 2021 issue of the Journal of Diabetes Science and Technology. The name of the study is Feasibility of Continuous Ketone Monitoring in Subcutaneous Tissue Using a Ketone Sensor. So if you're familiar with the CGM, the Continuous Glucose Monitor, that you put it on the back of your arm, it pops in there, and it actually measures the interstitial fluid, not actually blood, but the interstitial fluid. And so the same technology is being used to measure beta-hydroxybutyrate levels. And so really, really exciting stuff. Let's see what they found in this study. The background says the feasibility of measuring beta-hydroxybutyrate in the interstitial fluid using a continuous ketone monitor, so this is called a CGM, sensor using a single calibration without further adjustments over 14 days is described in this study. The methods they used for this, a continuous ketone monitor sensor, was developed, and the technology is called wired enzyme technology. And what it looks for is beta-hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase, uses that chemistry to test in the interstitial fluid. In vitro characterization of the sensor was performed in phosphate buffered saline at 37 degrees Celsius. In vivo performance was looked at in 12 healthy participants, all eating a low carbohydrate diet. They wore 3 of those sensors at a time. So they had 3 down the back of their arm, ketone sensors, and they continuously measured their ketone levels over a 14-day period. But they did more than that. They also measured capillary ketone measurements, as blood, prick the finger, and they used a Precision Xtra, the ketone monitor from Abbott, to do that. They did that at least 8 times a day. So all the readings they were getting from all 3 of those monitors, they were testing with a finger prick using the Precision Xtra, just to kind of see, okay, comparison, is it close? Are they getting close? So the results of the study, the sensor they found was stable over a 14-day period, and it had a response in the 0 to 8 millimole range. The operational stability of the sensor was very good, with a 2.1% signal change over the 14 days, meaning it really didn't change that much. The first human study is what this is of continuous ketone monitoring sensor demonstrated that the sensor can continuously track your ketones very well throughout the 14 days of wearing it. So if you've ever worn a CGM from Freestyle Libre, it can pop in the back of your arm, and that bad boy will test your blood sugar for 14 days. So I'm assuming Abbott is the one, since they use the Precision Xtra, they're the one developing this continuous ketone monitor as well. The performance with a single retrospective calibration of the sensor, meaning at the very beginning, they just tested it and they wanted to see how it was. They showed an 82.4% of the data paired with the CGM. So when they finger pricked their participants and they saw their ketone levels using that Precision Xtra, then they tested where it measured the ketone levels in the interstitial fluid on all 3 of those. They found that it was within 0.3 millimole of the ketone reference range. That's really, really good. This suggests that the sensor can be used with a single calibration over a 14-day use. So the conclusion of the study: measuring ketones in the interstitial fluid using a continuous ketone sensor is indeed feasible. Additional studies will be required to evaluate their performance in intended patient populations. The 2 main ones are those seeking to be in a state of nutritional ketosis, looking for fat burning mode, And then, of course, type 1 diabetics looking to avoid diabetic ketoacidosis. So again, the name of the study, Feasibility of Continuous Ketone Monitoring in Subcutaneous Tissue Using a Ketone Sensor, published in the Journal of Diabetes Science and Technology, April 9th, 2021. I wanted to make sure you guys were one of the first to know about this brand new study. And guys, it looks like we got a continuous ketone monitor on the way. My only concerns about a continuous ketone monitor is we already know a CGM, the continuous glucose monitor, can be a little pricey. And so I know the sensor for the continuous glucose monitor is somewhere around $70 to $100. I would think at least triple to maybe quadruple that for a continuous ketone monitor. But here's the thing, once it's in the arm, you can do as many readings as you want, and as expensive as test strips are, get your money's worth. If you're going to do any biohacking, this continuous ketone monitor would be very helpful, and you save your fingers from pricking them to death. Then the only other question I have about this, and I don't know the answer, is will it be available to the marketplace without a doctor's prescription? Because currently CGMs are only available with a doctor's prescription, which is silly because you can go down to Walgreens or CVS or Walmart right now and go buy you a blood sugar monitor, but they make you for a CGM to pop in the back of your arm, get a doctor's order. So I'm assuming that same step will be put into place where you have to get a medical doctor to prescribe you this CKM. But exciting news, blood ketones being measured as a continuous ketone monitor. Looks like it's on the way, guys, and you heard it here first on Jimmy Makes Science Simple. We'll see you again soon.